Hey viewers, do you know that beneath our feet lies a hidden world of water? Groundwater is one of the most important sources of fresh water, yet it often goes unnoticed. In today's video, we'll explore how groundwater is extracted and why this process is crucial for life on Earth. So, let's dive in. Groundwater is water that exists beneath the Earth's surface, stored in layers of rock and soil known as aquifers. These aquifers act like giant sponges, holding water that supplies wells, springs, and even rivers. But how do we get this water out? The answer lies in wells and boreholes, tools that have been used for centuries to access this underground reservoir. To extract groundwater, we first need to drill a well. The process starts by drilling down through the Earth's surface until we hit the water table, the level where the ground is saturated with water. Once we reach this level, a pump is used to bring the water to the surface. This pump can either be manually operated or powered by electricity, depending on the location and the amount of water needed. In some cases, groundwater is trapped under pressure in certain aquifers. When we drill into these aquifers, the water flows naturally to the surface without needing a pump. This is called an artesian well, named after the region of Artois in France, where these wells were first discovered. In other cases, a pump is necessary to bring the water up, especially when the aquifer isn't under pressure. But extracting groundwater isn't as simple as just pumping it out. The water level in a well will drop as water is extracted, and this happens because the rate of extraction may exceed the natural replenishment rate of the aquifer. The process that replenishes groundwater is called recharge, which happens when rainwater or surface water seeps down to refill the aquifer. If too much water is taken out too quickly, the water table can drop, and wells can start to run dry. Recharge rates can vary depending on the amount of rain, the type of rock, and how much water is being used. Overextraction of groundwater can lead to a number of issues. For one, it can cause the water table to lower, making it harder and more expensive to pump water out. In some areas, this has led to wells running dry. In coastal regions, overextraction can also cause salt water from the sea to enter the aquifer, a process called saltwater intrusion. This makes the water undrinkable and can pose serious problems for communities that rely on groundwater for their drinking water. So, how do we prevent these problems? The answer is sustainable groundwater management. One of the ways we can do this is by monitoring the aquifers using advanced technology like remote sensing and geographic information systems, GIS. These tools help scientists track groundwater levels, recharge rates, and the overall health of aquifers. This information allows water authorities to make better decisions about how much water can be extracted and how to protect the resource for future generations. In addition to technology, there are traditional methods that can help conserve groundwater. For example, farmers can use more efficient irrigation systems like drip irrigation, which minimizes water waste. These systems help reduce the amount of water needed for crops, which ultimately helps conserve groundwater. In urban areas, reducing water waste in households by fixing leaks and using water-saving appliances can also make a big difference. Another important part of groundwater management is creating policies that regulate water extraction. Many countries have laws that require permits for drilling wells and extracting water. These regulations ensure that groundwater is used responsibly, and that future generations won't be left without access to this precious resource. It's also important to understand that groundwater is not just for human use. It's also a critical part of the environment. Wetlands, rivers, and lakes rely on groundwater to maintain their flow, and excessive pumping can disrupt these ecosystems. One innovative solution being explored is artificial recharge. This is when water is intentionally directed into aquifers to help replenish them. Methods such as building recharge basins or using treated wastewater can help speed up the replenishment process and slow down the depletion of groundwater. Groundwater extraction is also linked to global water scarcity issues. In some parts of the world, especially in arid regions, groundwater is the only reliable source of water for drinking and agriculture. As populations grow and demand for water increases, it's more important than ever to manage groundwater resources carefully. By using water more efficiently, reducing waste and supporting policies that protect groundwater, we can help ensure that this resource is available for future generations. In conclusion, groundwater is a hidden but essential resource that plays a vital role in providing fresh water to people, animals, and ecosystems. The science behind extracting this water involves understanding the behavior of aquifers, how they recharge, and the technologies used to bring the water to the surface. However, if we aren't careful, over-extraction can lead to problems like drying wells, saltwater intrusion, and ecosystem damage. That's why it's so important to manage groundwater resources sustainably, using a combination of technology, regulation, and conservation practices. So, viewers, next time you drink a glass of water or turn on your faucet, remember that this water might have come from deep below the ground. It's up to all of us to use it wisely and protect it for future generations. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating facts and discussions.